Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great start of the weekend so far. Welcome to this new video on Bitcoin. It's a little bit more of a positive update. Yesterday, after the middle of the day market update, the main thing we talked about, and in my eyes also the most important thing for Bitcoin, to actually find a bottom, was to hold this level here at 96,300. Which fortunately we did, and we also held it up relatively well. I mean, it was well tested, and it seems like the price and just in general these price areas right now that we're at, that those are accepted, and that's what you want to see. You want to have some efficiency in price right here, and if you have retests like that above such a key level, I would say, as you can see there's a ton of confluences there at 96,000. Was also respected during the bearish pressure we had on Thursday, so we already knew that was a very strong level. So to actually be above that is great. Now, so I think that's bullish. I think in general when we talk about the fundamentals, I think it was a bit of an overreaction what we had. Over the last 2-3 days, you can see the S&P 500 also was able to recover quite a bit. I think it was a bit of an overreaction to the FOMC, and then yesterday what we also had is we actually had some relatively positive core PCE and PCE price index data, which was all lower than expected, and this is basically inflation rate, right? And the Federal Reserve looks at this a lot. So even though the outlook for the monetary policy for next year has changed to a little bit more of a bearish outlook, or at least compared to what we thought we would get initially. That is true, but then it is still subject to the data we get, right? So if we actually do get more data like this, then they could still change the monetary policy to something more bullish, and that would create a very opposite effect from what we have seen this week, right? So that's actually a positive thing, that data. And like I said, in general, you can actually see that stock markets, although they're not completely bullish yet, and that is definitely something to keep an eye on, and other fundamentals such as the USDT dominance, they've all turned, like USDT dominance, for example, has become more bullish now. So those are things to be wary of. I mean, if this is going to continue to be relatively bullish, then that means that we're not going to be trending up. And that's also the main thing I have with Bitcoin right now. We have lost the uptrend, right? On the higher time frames, look, on the daily time frame, you can still say that we're trending up, and you would not be wrong. But if you take a look at the 12-hour time frame, for example, like this level that we're at 99,000 is extremely important. And what we really need to do to turn bullish again is break above that. And then I do not expect, all right, it's a possibility that we spike up there, but especially in the weekend going into Christmas, I expect volatility, and we should be aware of that. And volatility is not really what you want to see, but I expect volatility. But more than anything else, I expect stability, and I would say it's quite unlikely after what we've seen in the last week that we will see the uptrend continue in the next week or so, right? I think that's a little bit early. I think January, February, it's possible, and then I'm definitely prepared for that. But for now, I would say that even though volatility is possible, so a move like this is a possibility, under the current circumstances, it's unlikely that we're going to get that bullish breakout. Now, above 102,000. Now, if the stock markets completely recover, all right, which I think is unlikely as well during Christmas and holidays, etc. If they completely recover, then it's possible for Bitcoin to also for Bitcoin to also recover its uptrend. But like I said, under the current fundamental factors and the current fundamental situation, which is also, by the way, still a Coinbase Bitcoin discount, which is not amazing, I would say it's most likely we'll just stay in some sort of a consolidation down here. I do think this here at 93,000 for now is the bottom. If we do get more bad news, we could still drop down lower towards this level here at 89,000 and 86,000 is a possibility. For now, I don't think that's likely. I think we have formed a nice bottom here and that we can actually consolidate on top of that. But I'll keep you updated on that. That's what I expect. I do expect volatility in the weekend as well. There's already some coins that are looking, quite nice to trade at least. So keep an eye out for that. But for now, those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.